Thanks, Debbie. In a couple of weeks, thousands of families will be heading south on vacation to enjoy a week in the sun for March break. But before you take out your phone and post that selfie from the beach, consider the danger you could be putting your home and privacy in. Joining me is cybersecurity expert Terry Cutler. Hi, Terry. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Laura. How are you?
Good. You know, Terry, for many of us, it's automatic, right? You take out your phone, take a picture, post it directly to Instagram. But why should we be thinking twice before doing that?
Well, there's a couple of things. Obviously, try not to mention how long you're gone for. Because as you know, if you say, okay, going to Cuba for a week, see you next Sunday, you know your house is empty at this point, right? And I always love it when I present this to internet safety for kids at the local schools. Like, why would anybody post this, right? Because you're telling everybody the house is empty. Another thing you want to do is also check out who has access to your posts. A lot of people post, let's say on Facebook, and they say, "I want to post this to friends only." But there's an option there called Friends of Friends. So people that are not necessarily connected to you on a first level connection, they can still see your posts, so they'll know where you're going.
I'm happy you mentioned that because I was going to ask, because there's so many, security options. So someone might say, well, I'm just going to change the security sort of options on my social media accounts, and that would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But that's why you need to do like also a review of your friends, right? Because a lot of people connect with people that just random. And, you start doing a cleanup of that list so you can start removing people you don't really know or socialize with. But yeah, there's an option there. There's an option there called friends only and not friends of friends.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. You mentioned something and made me think, because oftentimes you also post a picture before the trip, and I'm guilty of this. The suitcase is open, planning for my trip, can't wait. But that's another red flag. Probably shouldn't be doing that either.
Yeah, actually, we've seen people get fired over this. What happened was one person called in sick for a couple of days because they supposedly had the flu. And next, they were tagged in a photo at a concert in another country. And they're like, wait a minute, I thought you were sick. So when you tag other people, you got to be mindful and respect who you're with.
Yeah. I'm also, we're talking about home break-ins, obviously, but also car theft, Terry. If they don't want your house, they can go for your car.
Yeah. Yeah, what they're doing now is they're throwing in what are called air tags, Apple air tags into maybe your gas tank or under the bumper or even under the license plate to try and track your vehicle all the time. Then they come back and try to reprogram your key and steal your car.
Really? Okay. So
the
air
advice
tags,
I would have here is just to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Would you recommend air tags? I mean, you brought that up, and I'm curious to know because everyone was getting them last year.
Yeah, obviously to track your own luggage is great, but sometimes you might be a victim of yourself being tracked and you might not know about it. But there's some options, there's some apps in your phone that allows you to see an air tag that's nearby. So you'll be able to see if you are being tracked.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And finally, Terry, also important, I oftentimes you see people post pictures and, this could be, months before, years, and an address is visible in the background or a street corner. I mean, all these things, if people really want to find you, they'll look for you.
You need to start doing a self-assessment. Start looking at old posts that you've had on there and see what personal information is available in those photos, including geolocation. So if you see your child is wearing a school vest with the logo on it, maybe remove that photo or blur it out. All those types of things. My biggest advice would be to just, why don't you just post your photos when you get back? This way, there's no risk, and you don't need to worry about, tagging other folks that weren't supposed to be in the photo, who maybe not said that they went on vacation.
Yeah, and you know what? The impact is still great when you come back. You can still boast about it when you're back.
Yeah.
Okay,
obviously,
Terry.
Obviously, if you're on vacation using the public Wi-Fi, make sure you install a VPN so this way they can't track what you're doing online.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, there's lots to think about, but this was a good start. Terry, thank you so much for these good reminders. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.